Simple makes the best mentors. Yes, Jay. I totally agree. I totally agree. And that's why, again, I don't even have time to try to figure out how can I, how can we do this? How can we take advantage? If anything, I'm trying to see how can I make it, again, as economical for you, because I am running a business. Let's just be clear. But I have no business if my people aren't happy. And that's why I tell you, make it easy for them to do business with you. Your client shouldn't have to run to Publix and say, let me get $25 so I can pay the notary. Your pricing should not be so exorbitant that they don't want to pay you and come back. I have repeat clients. I have one yesterday. I've done like 6 notarizations for him. Most of them would have been cheaper, but then one time he had a will signing / power of attorney. That when I was able to make an estate package money pricing with him, right? So the point is, you want your clients to remember you, not because you tried to price gouge them. You want them to remember you because you provided excellent service. You want them to remember you because the pricing was fair, that you traveled to them. They were able to travel to you. And actually, yesterday I had a client really quick. He actually booked for 6:30 with the person I call my little mentor. He was just someone that did notarizations for my parents when they were ill. And he was like, Kimmi, why you ain't doing nothing with your notary commission? And at that time, I wasn't. So anyway, I started doing stuff. So he started giving me business. I started giving him business or whatever. So my client yesterday had actually booked with him. So when he got here and my husband was coming out the door, because he was just getting ready to go somewhere, he said, oh yeah, your husband told me. I said, oh, that other person wasn't my husband. He's just somebody that kind of mentored me. So he was like, oh, because he told me his wife could do it. So what happened was that person was at 6:30. The appointment was with the other notary at 6:30. But I was available at 4 o'clock and the client didn't want to wait. So there's nothing wrong with that because I can't get every client. If I can't be there at 6:30, I cannot. But in this particular case, I was able to be there. I was able to be there. So looks like we got quite a few subscriptions. I'm not sure how many are left. You guys are going to be... Let's see. Yep. Y'all good to go. So let's see what else we got question-wise right quick. Yes, Bella, again, thank you. I appreciate it. And then Miss Hammy says, how many witnesses do we have to have available if we need them? So that's going to be depending on the document, Miss Hammy. That's going to be dependent. Some documents require 1 witness, some require 2. So, of course, in your library, I teach you how to determine that. We go over screening questions in the library. You have to screen your client, just like when you go to the hospital, right? They ask you, any history of blood pressure, any history of cancer? How's your mom? How old is your dad, right? They ask you screening questions because they have to know who you are, how to work with you. Even in the notary space, I teach you screening questions. And that's one of my questions that we are taught. And I teach you to ask, what type of document is it? And then you'll start learning. And then even if you don't know what kind of document it is, ask the client, are there any witnesses needed? And they're going to always say no. No. They're going to always say no. But you have to push back as the professional. And that just sounds like, Mr. Smith, can you please look at the document for me, though? Normally, that document requires it. Or if you're not sure yet, because you're still new, just double check the document for me. And the witness page is normally where you and I sign. The witness signatures are normally where you and I sign together. And then he'll look at the page and they always say, oh yeah, it do require witnesses. Do you know somebody? And that's why building that business is, and that's why that's part of that. Okay. Bella says, let me see. I think we're on Bella. Let me make sure I didn't miss somebody. Ani says, yes. And then Bella says, I am autistic and struggle to work a 9 to 5. So I'm super excited to offer all the notary work along with drone photography in the Atlanta area. Yes, I'm hearing about all this drone activity. That's a thing now. I have a friend that has a drone and he loves it. And we all do. When he pull it out, we all like, ooh. So people are really into photography. Yeah, so I've not tapped into that. Now I wrote a course about it, but I didn't put it out because the offer to me, it just wasn't enough. But I wrote a course on how to do passport pictures because I got a call for that. And it's not a call I get all the time, but I do have all the equipment. I'm just that person. So it's someone needed a passport picture taken of their aunt who was in the hospital. So she couldn't go down to the office or she couldn't go to CVS. So we had to go to her mobily and take the picture and then upload it and do everything for her. So I like the drone photography idea too. Anything you can add to your business, because you never know what your phone is going to ring for. That's why I'm able to offer so many services. I can do apostilles. I can do ink fingerprinting. All day long, my phone is not ringing about any one product. It's just not. Let's just be real. However, I can do loan signings. I can do general notary work. Okay. If you need loan signing training, that's going to be Alexis on that part over there. Okay. Let's see, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Hello, Wheels. I just love her name when I say it every time. Crystal's part of mentorship too. I love that. Hell on Wheels. Crystal says, I have been enjoying and benefited from the mentoring program for a couple of months. I'm excited about the possibility of complete access to the entire library. Thank you. Crystal, can you hold off before you buy the library if you haven't already? Because I want to talk to the ladies and see what we can do. If you do mentorship, can we do something to give you a discount? So just hold off 1 second for me on that, okay? Because I'm trying to see how we can do that so you don't have to pay the full price for both. I got something in my brain, and I think I got it where I'm gonna work it out. So just hold off for me, Crystal. Okay, just hold off for me. Yeah, hold off. And yes, thank you, Crystal. I'll get with you today. Okay, let me make myself a note because I'll forget. And this is for anybody listening to. Let me put Crystal, the mentor program. Okay, and I will get back with you. For those who do not know about the mentor program, it is weekly. We meet weekly on that, and that's live again via Zoom. But between myself, Alexis, and Angela, we always have a different topic, and then we follow up by just checking to see what's going on with your business, how we can make it better, and then we have our group meet chat. Any questions you have, anything while you're on an assignment, if you're stuck, is literally a hotline to the three of us. Okay. Let's see here. So hold on, Crystal. And then Miss Hammy says, sorry, I wasn't clear. I mean, on your witness list. What was the question again about the witness list? Let me see. What was how many witnesses? Oh, do you need to have on the witness list? Oh, I usually recommend trying to have at least 3 or 4 people. I do. Because everybody's not going to be available at the same time. Some of your witnesses that you choose may work days. Some of them may work in the evening. Some may work weekends. So I try to find people. It could be husband, boyfriend, anybody 18 years or older. Now, in the state of Georgia says that you can be 14 years old. That is not working for me. That is not working for me. Okay. Yeah. I want somebody, if I go to jail or if I have to go to court, they're going with me. And most minors are not able to enter into an agreement. Okay. So that's just my personal opinion. Your state handbook trumps everything, but I just don't like the idea of a 14-year-old serving as a witness. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. And I get to run my business how I want to. You can run your business how you want to. If your handbook says it's okay, you feel comfortable with a 10-year-old signing as a witness, okay. But I don't like it. I don't do it. So, and I never tell you to do something that I don't do. Okay. And just because I do it don't mean you should. Again, this is your business. You need to do it the right way. Yeah, so I always try to have at least 3 to 4 people. And again, if you just can't find anyone, my plan B is I'll go to Google in a heartbeat on everything. Google, I'll put notary near me and find me a 5-star notary and say, hey, you got a minute to come be my witness?